Let's go. So, welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 80s444. So, today we're discussing about the semifinals. So, we're going to do a short stream. It'll be probably around an hour. We're not going to go over an hour today, just so you guys know. So, let me read some comments before we get started. So, Nikola Tesla fan says, I made a bet for Morocco to win 6-1. I lost it.
Oh,
Six.
no.
6-1?
If I speak, I'm joking.
That was a very bad bet.
That's why I never bet, because there's more chance of losing than winning. If I would bet, I would probably bet on San Marino to lose games, because that's more realistic than seeing Morocco win 6-1. To be honest.
Yeah. And the thing is, okay, fair enough, Morocco to win. That's already crazy in itself. But 6-1? That are you kidding me?
Yeah, but
this is France. This is France we're talking about. This isn't this is France we're talking about. This isn't
I'm gonna start being positive about France.
Yeah.
From now, I'm gonna be positive about France. Only positive things about them.
Bailey075 says hello to you.
Hello.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the first semifinal, and that is Argentina Croatia. So, Rank, tell us your thoughts, man. I think it's only probably you start.
Oh, well, this was for once a very convincing performance for Argentina. I think that the main difference compared to the other two games, because I feel like the game against Australia and the game against the Netherlands played in a similar fashion. But the difference was that this time we were actually clinical in the final third, something we didn't do before. When we set up this 4-4-2, I thought we would contest possession, but we actually didn't. We allowed Croatia to have the ball. We just contested the midfield so that they wouldn't be able to pick up the ball in comfortable positions and get it into the final third. So even though Croatia had the ball in the first half, they didn't really create any chances with it. We were always very defensively solid and covering spaces. And it was clear that our intention was to just get the ball back and hit on the counter, because there was a lot of space between the Croatian backline and Livakovic. And that's how both goals came, basically. One was a long ball by Enzo Fernandez to Julian Alvarez, who runs inside the box behind Lovren, and then gets fouled down by Livakovic inside the box, and the penalty is given. Do you think that was a penalty? You guys, what's your guys' takes on it?
Well, that is a good observation.
To be honest, in my opinion, I think that's. People said no penalty and all this kind of stuff. To be honest, I have no clue. To be honest, Argentina would still have won, in my opinion, because Croatia, this game wasn't that good, especially. Okay, I know Livakovic conceded 3 goals, but in my opinion, he wasn't that good as he has been this whole tournament. And to see Croatia lose, I wanted them to go to the final, but seeing Messi going to the final, it still's happy, because Messi, one of the greatest of all time, and to see him still performing in this level that he's doing is just incredible. Especially with the way he had last year in this point of time. He had 1 goal and 2 assists or something for PSG at this time last year. Argentina, very good victory, dominating this game, I think. Enzo Fernandez closing to getting to Liverpool, it seems. 77 mil to Liverpool.
Yeah.
I heard something like that, but very, very good. I hope it happens. Rather sign Enzo Fernandez than Bellingham, to be honest. It's not because of the price or something. And Enzo Fernandez, this guy is such a baller. Please, Benfica, can you just let him go, for God's sake? And obviously Messi, the GOAT debate is already over. It was over when Ronaldo got kicked out, in my opinion. Let's say Ronaldo went through. I think it will still continue, but would Portugal beat France? Maybe. but I don't know. But I think Argentina is favorites in my opinion in the final. But it's very happy to see, even though I kind of like Ronaldo slightly more. Um, it's happy to see Messi doing this well. And Croatia, sad for Modric. Um, I wanted him to win a World Cup also. If not, if Messi went out, I wanted Modric to win it. But Croatia, very good tournament. 2 times in a row, semi-final. Next time, who knows? They might win it next time. We never
They
know.
might.
But Guardiola, his price went down after what Messi did. It's now like 40 or 35 mil or something. So,
Jesus.
and yeah, congrats to Argentina. Bad luck for Croatia. Focus on the qualifiers for the Euros, which is coming up in a few months or so, like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do well there, and congrats to Argentina, Messi. Win the World Cup, please, for God's sake. End this GOAT debate. I just wanted to end.
Yeah,
What do
Ryan,
you think,
finish your
Mats?
thoughts.
No, I wanted to ask Mats if he thought
Okay.
his
All right,
thoughts on the
sorry.
penalty as well.
My bad.
It's a difficult one because I think I'm mostly towards yes. The only thing that's making me question otherwise is the fact that there's a moment where Alvarez stops and he has a chance to go around Livakovic, but instead he runs into him. So again, I think I'd lean towards yes, it's a penalty, but there's also stuff that go in that make it a bit murky, and why you could see why other people would say not a penalty.
Yeah, I think it's a penalty, but I didn't want to sound biased. Obviously, I want to know what other people think on it, because on social media there's been a lot of debate. But it was given either way, and Messi executes it perfectly. And then the second goal is also the same idea that Argentina had. It comes from a corner from Croatia. We get the ball back, and we go quick on the counter attack. Quick on transition over to Julian Alvarez, who makes an absolute solo goal from running from the half of the pitch over to the goal. It gets a few lucky deflections, but I think that's a bit of the luck you need to win the World Cup sometimes. Like you need those deflections to go your way. It's always a game of inches at this stage, and I think that this time it just went our way. Julian deserves all the credit for always trying to get that ball into the back of the net, and he did so perfectly. I think he was the man of the match for me. He had an amazing performance today, not only because of the goals and for getting the penalty, but also his work rate. Like everything he does defensively, pressing, going down the midfield, getting the ball back. He's such a complete player. Manchester City are so lucky to have him and Haaland. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Thank God he's gone from River Plate, so I can't see him score many goals as his again. Thank God.
Yeah.
You know,
the fact Enzo Fernandez and Julian Alvarez are now linking up after leaving River Plate.
I think there's a thing going on Twitter, like, should Julian Alvarez start over Haaland when City plays for Liverpool when he comes back? To be honest, I would be fully fine with it. Start Alvarez. I think he would do very good, and I don't want Haaland to be a pocket like he does versus Van Dijk all the time. So put Alvarez there. And
yeah. Anyways, let's get back to the game.
And no, we're still talking about the players. So Messi, or I think I saw a video where on Instagram that FIFA World Cup account, and they asked Argentinian fans, Messi or Maradona, and most of them said like Messi. To be honest, I would say Messi over Maradona also. Would
Yeah,
you guys agree?
I don't
I
know.
would agree, but it also depends a lot on which generation you're from, because
Oh, yeah,
obviously
yeah.
I didn't get to see Maradona live. I got to see always replays and highlights, obviously, and I know the impact he had, for example, in the 86 run, where it was basically a one-man army. And that peak, I feel like, will never be matched, but Messi's performance over these past 15 years, that consistency, always being at the top level. If he wasn't the best player on the planet, maybe Ronaldo at times was better, you could debate, but Messi was always up there. I feel like that we will never see again. And the level he's showing this World Cup,
Yeah.
this is being his best World Cup so far. This has already overtaken 2014,
So,
where he was superb, but this World Cup he's on a different level.
so AD, I want to ask you, what went wrong for Croatia in this game, in your opinion?
Yeah. Well, I want you guys to finish your thoughts and then I'll speak. So,
Yeah, no,
so rank. Have you finished your thoughts?
Well, I mean, the game was basically over after that third goal, where Messi completely exposed Vardiol and made the crossing for Alvarez. Obviously, after that third goal, the game was basically over. But to respond a bit to what the question Sebastian had, I feel like Croatia got very exposed this game. It's not that I really respect this Croatian side, because they have shown a lot of passion and a lot of fight, a lot of grit to get those results. But we saw how their backline got exposed this game when they played that high line. Their fullbacks look very shaky defensively. And when Lovren gets caught in transition, he tends to be very slow. So they got caught in that department. And they also got exposed in the final third, because they weren't able to create any good chances. They only had 2 shots on target. They were both after the 70th minute, and they were both very unharmful shots from outside the box that Emi Martinez was able to control. So Croatia didn't generate any good chances this game. And that shows that they also lack that clinicality on the final third that maybe they had the last World Cup. Those were the 2 weaknesses Croatia had on both centers of the pitch.
Yeah, Matt's. What's your thoughts on this game?
Before I do give my thoughts, I do want to ask Rank something just quickly. Do you think the fact that the High Line worked for Saudi Arabia and didn't for Croatia was because Saudi Arabia had the pace to do it and get over the line, whereas Croatia didn't? Or why do you think it worked for Saudi and not Croatia?
I think the pace surely has to be a reason, because you can see in the first goal where Julian Alvarez escapes and then Livakovic commits the penalty, that Vardiol is trying to leave Alvarez offside, but Lovren isn't. Lovren is the one that leaves Alvarez onside. And you can see that maybe because he's a bit older, he doesn't have that pace anymore. And he's trying to cover the space instead of leaving Alvarez offside. I don't know why, but you could see that maybe that high line didn't work because of the pace. I think that's a really good point.
I see. As for my thoughts on the game, Croatia definitely did deserve to get where they have, even though they did have to win on penalties on both times, but especially against Brazil, it was deserved. 50-50 in the Japan game. I think the thing is they have their limitations. I mean, they're great in the midfield. They've got never say die attitude. Tactically, and game plan, they do very well, but they have their limitations, especially if they go 2-0 down. And I think the game was definitely falling from them when, I mean, I won't say this would have helped or not, but it was not ideal for them when they were taking off Brozovic and towards the end Modric. Argentina showed Croatia no mercy. and great performances is by Messi and Alvarez, and Croatia just didn't have any. Well, Perisic was okay, but they just don't really have any
attack.
Well, I don't know whether to say great or good enough of free to really kind of punish Argentina, or it was too comfortable for them in that aspect. And Argentina, of course, deserved the win, and Croatia, well, when it was 2-0 and they couldn't score after the hour mark, the game was gone for them, and Argentina deservedly are in the final.
Yeah, deservedly, man, deservedly. Let me read some quick comments. I haven't read the comments in a while, so let me read some comments. So, big up everyone in Nicola. All right, I almost got France scoring 1 goal correct. We'll get on to the France coming a bit. Mbappe's on track to succeed, Pele.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay. That drill pass Vardio looks so easy. So yeah, if you guys want to join, I'm gonna just direct message me. I'm not sending the link out there again. You guys, I don't need to explain that.
Not like
again.
last time.
Yeah. We're not doing that again. Okay.
No.
Yeah, we're not doing that again. Okay. Anyways, you guys are still talking about the World Cup. The biggest story today is Ronaldo training Madrid. Yeah, Ronaldo. Yeah, of course. Of course.
He will be back. He will be back. Just wait.
Zoeb says, all right. Anyway, Zoeb says, big up Argentina. Great channel. Thanks. IDK has such a well-drilled Croatia crumbled to Argentina. They have been recruiting for every game, but also Croatia can at least expect it to keep their opponents from scoring for 70-ish minutes. This World Cup is for Messi.
Yes. It's the destiny of it. It's going to happen.
We'll see, guys. So let me quickly give my thoughts on this game.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep it short and sweet. So I think for Croatia, I think they were trying to implement the same tactics as they kind of did against Brazil. And I feel like they thought Brazil Argentina would be I think they thought to themselves, okay, Brazil and Argentina, they are very similar because they're from South America and everything. But you can see there's a big difference in Brazil and Argentina. Do you agree, Rank?
Yeah, we are definitely very different teams.
Yeah, because Brazil, for me, this is what I think. You can correct me if I'm wrong, if you don't agree. I feel like Brazil is a very much possession-based team. They just want to entertain you and they want to win, whereas Argentina just wants to win.
It's just they're just joga bonito merchants. All they do is they're passing the ball and then they dive. That's all thing they do.
No, it's not that. No, Brazil focus a lot more on having attacking players. Like they have, obviously, they are basically playing with 5 strikers because even Paquetá is playing as a striker at times, and they don't really have a midfield. They just try to play quick on transition with these strikers. Whereas Argentina, this time we played with 4 midfielders. We tried to overpopulate that midfield to have control of the game, and we succeeded. I think that Paredes had a good game. Enzo had another fantastic game. Like, to me, the clutch players for Argentina, besides Messi, obviously have been Julian Alvarez and Enzo. Like these two who weren't even starting against Saudi Arabia, they have been the clutch players for Argentina this World Cup, and they've been showing up, and they showed up last game. So
yeah. And I feel like Argentina is more suited to playing European teams because Brazil, as we know, haven't beaten a European team in the knockout stage. And I feel like Argentina just have that. They just know how to do it because Argentina, as I said, they're very much a counter-attacking team. And it's kind of funny that both teams that made the final pretty much play kind of very similar brands of football, which we'll get into France in a bit. But the point is, I think Argentina approached this game on a counter-attack. And I think they had the idea that they needed to shut that midfield off because we saw how Croatia, one of the reasons why they've been so good this World Cup, one of the reasons why they've been so good in this World Cup is because of the fact that their midfield's always been so good, And the fact their midfield didn't do much of this game just shows how Argentina were able to dominate that and stop them from dictating the play, And I think that penalty decision for Croatia, I think that kind of changed the whole game in itself. I think it's kind of like what happened in the World Cup final, right? And I think Croatia were just mentally not there anymore because they were they feel aggrieved or feel hard done by, And so from that point on, I think the heads dropped, and then you could see how Croatia were just scattered defensively with the second goal. Messi was able to pick that pass. Enzo Fernandez I thought was really good. Obviously, people are going to talk about Messi and Alvarez being the man of the match, but I think Enzo Fernandez was also really good today. He started that run for the penalty that Julian Alvarez won. And I just think for Argentina, man, they're just looking really good. Messi, man, he you can see how determined he is. And another shout out that I think people shouldn't. I feel like people are not discussing is Tagliafico. I think Tagliafico was really impressive.
Tagliafico was amazing. Like, I was having my doubts once Acuna got suspended last game, because I knew we were going to have to run with Tagliafico 100%. And I like Tagliafico as a player. He has always performed good for the national team, but he has never exceeded expectations the way Acuna has, and he isn't that attacking-minded player. He is not so physical like Acuna is. So I was having a lot of doubts, but Tagliafico showed up big time. Like, he was so good on the day. The whole back line showed up. Like, Christian Romero, in my opinion, had his best game so far in the World Cup. This game, he was so good, especially in the first half. Otamendi, to me, right now, he's the best center back of the tournament at this point. Like, he has been so amazing. So yeah, the whole back line, but especially that shout out to Tagliafico is so good.
Yeah, Tagliafico, man, he was really good.
Good left back.
Yeah, and I also thought, let's see who else was pretty good. Even Paredes, I thought was also good as well. He's pretty underrated. Very unsung hero, and obviously
Molina.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Molina was also good too as well.
I think McAllister was really good in the second half once we had the game controlled. I feel like the first half was a bit shaky, but in the second half, McAllister was amazing in my opinion.
Someone need to take control of the Brighton Twitter account as well.
Yeah. As for Croatia, let's talk about some Croatian players that were good on the day. I thought, for me, one of Croatia's best players, I thought was Kovacic. I thought that Kovacic guy was really good. He was 100%. Driving the runs in the midfield. He was he was the best midfield in the day. Perisic, I thought was really good. Even Sosa, I thought he was good for the first half. I knew he was taken off, but I thought he was pretty good for the first half.
I think Juranovic was also one of the good players.
Yeah, I also wanted to shout out Modric. I feel like Modric was trying his best. It probably wasn't his flashiest game, but in the first half, this guy was everywhere. Like, he was making the progressive passes. Then he was making the defensive clearances. Like, Modric was doing absolutely everything in his power to keep the game under control. But you could see that a lot of the focus of Argentina was on controlling Modric and preventing him from getting the ball. So there wasn't much he could do on the ball. But he was still trying his best. Like, all the props need to go to Modric because he's still a legend of the sport, in my opinion.
Yeah, Modric. I do think, though, he kind of faded in the second half. I don't think it was as good. First half, though, he was really good. First half, he was really good. I just think for Argentina, man, it's very interesting. Now, I did hear this thing, Rank, but, this is coming from specific people and said that notice how Argentina had a lot of penalties to be given for them. What do you think about this, Rank? Do you think
they've not scored all of them?
Pessi. He only scores penalties.
Yeah, it's always Pessi. No, I feel like the only unfair penalty call we had was the one against Poland, and we also missed that penalty. I feel like that one where Szczesny puts his hand on Messi, I feel like that was a very, very soft penalty that shouldn't have been given. We missed it anyways. But I feel like all the other have been penalties, like the one against Saudi Arabia, against the Netherlands, and this one. I feel like they've all been penalties, in my opinion. And I feel like there's also credit to that when you put your team into a position where you always have players inside the box creating danger. And then if it just takes a bit of sloppy defending from the opposition to give that penalty, give that opportunity. So the props also has to be given to Argentina for always putting themselves in that position. Yes, we've been awarded a lot of penalties, but it's not like referees are giving us stuff for free. Like, those are penalties that should be awarded, and we are getting them. Like, there's not much to do about it.
The referee gives out penalties this World Cup, to be honest. Like, the referees always gives up one single penalty every single game. And he did, and the ref hasn't given a penalty to Ronaldo. That's
they gave
he had.
Yes. What do you mean against Ghana? What the heck?
The only goal he scored was.
That was a penalty. Like other games that Ronaldo has been playing.
Why he did? More penalties? He needed a penalty against Morocco.
They call him Penaldo, and they call him Penaldo, and he scores one penalty this World Cup, while Messi scored like 4 or 5. Pessi. It's Pessi, not Penaldo.
Well, at least Messi can score open play goals.
Wow. You don't
Although
disrespect
technically
him.
Messi only scored
Don't
is it
disrespect him.
80% of his penalties at this World Cup.
I won't have any Ronaldo slander.
I'm not trying to disrespect. I'm just saying is that Messi's. It's not just penalties Messi scored. Messi scored open play goals as well.
So if Pulisic has scored like 5 or 6 goals this World Cup, would he be as good as Messi or better?
This tournament probably better, but he didn't.
Or imagine Pulisic versus Messi final. That would have been fire. Oof.
Imagine Messi versus Bellingham final.
Or Maguire versus Messi. Oh gosh.
Argentina versus England final would have been fire.
Yeah,
but
Maguire would have put Messi in his pocket easily.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, getting back to the game here. I think for Croatia, man, Zlatko Dalic, I think he did the best that he could with this team, and I think Croatia overperformed this World Cup. I think the fact they reached the semifinals was very unexpected. I think most people had Croatia going out of the round of 16. I even saw some people say they go out in the group stage.
I had them in the quarterfinals. I'll say this. I expected them to make quarters.
Yeah, but the point is, like, majority of people didn't expect them to make semis. I think majority didn't. So
yeah, I didn't.
Yeah,
and
so
they beat
definitely.
The likes of Belgium and Canada. Okay, Canada.
They didn't beat Belgium.
Oh yeah,
they almost lost to Belgium.
In the group,
they tied.
They finished ahead of them. I mean,
okay. You can say that.
Yeah, and of course they beat Japan on penalties and Brazil on penalties. So
yeah, it's obviously very impressive. You have to give massive props to Croatia.
Croatia always takes games to penalties. That's their goal. So if anyone plays Croatia in a knockout, finish them in 90 minutes.
Argentina did.
Sure.
That's the task we were given.
Although Morocco might be okay if it goes to penalties.
We'll have to see. Maybe they go to penalties in the third place playoffs now.
Yeah.
Oh no, Bruno versus Livakovic. Oh, nah.
Right. All right. But yeah, anyways, do you guys have any further thoughts on this one? Then we're going to go ahead and move on to the France game.
Let's move on to France. Allez les Bleus.
Yeah, I think I've said all my thoughts on this game.
All right. Now it's time for France, guys. Remember, guys, this will be our stream. We're not going to be here for too long. Okay. So we're already 27 minutes. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about France, guys. France.
Deserved. They deserved this.
All right, so Sebastian, since you're a France fan, I guess you'll start us off.
Not a French fan, not a French hater, like Jersey Boy said to me the whole stream earlier. I wasn't.
Okay, let me rephrase. You like France the most of all four of us.
True.
Okay.
Thank God they beat England, though. Yes, let's go. I think France, like this team, people said all the things about France before the World Cup, and they do it once again. They prove every single person wrong. They make the final, back-to-back final. France, very good game from them. I think Mbappe, he not that good today because Hakimi got him nearly in his pocket, but I think this Morocco team, I knew when Saiss was injured, I knew they were going out. Like, when the captain goes out in the semifinal, early game, injured, usually it doesn't end well. I guess so. But Morocco, good fairy tale. Obviously, the way here, they had beating Canada, Belgium, drawing to Croatia, beating Spain on penalties, beating Portugal, sadly. And this team, nobody expected them to make it this far, to be honest. Not even, to be honest, I said, like, the middle of the tournament, kind of at that point that they were the real deal, not Denmark or Serbia. Because this Morocco team, I think they have some very, very good players that people don't really know about them, but usually when players does this World Cup like they've done, Amrabat, probably the best centre mid I've seen this World Cup. Like, he goes for every single tackle and he don't care if he gets injured or not. He can still play with an leg who is outside the stadium and he only has one leg. This guy is so passionate, and to be honest, Hakimi, obviously, I think he's the best right back in the world. Like the way he defends just makes me want to cry about Trent defending, to be honest. And obviously, that right hand side with Ziyech and Hakim is very, very good. I think they did very well this game, and France deserved this victory, but I think they got a bit lucky in the first half, if I'm being honest. It's not me hating or something, but overall, France, very good team. Tchouameni, what a player. Mbappe, best player of this tournament, in my opinion. And Mbappe revenged his idol, Ronaldo, and he beat Morocco, so that's nice. I think France, obviously, the way they have shown to the final, beating Australia, Denmark, and then losing Tunisia, but that's another point. They play the C team. Beating, who did they beat? Did they beat in the, I think they beat, but yeah, Poland, they beat Poland. I mean, that's not really a shocking result, to be honest. It could have been Sweden, it could have been 5-0 or 6-0. If it was Sweden, who knows? They beat also Netherlands in a fire. No, they didn't. I'm sorry. I lost my head. Oh my god. Who did they beat after Poland?
This guy.
England.
Yeah, they beat England. Yeah, that's the game. I think England should have won that game. People say otherwise, but and then obviously they beat Morocco the way to the final. So deserved for France. I think they were excellent today, especially Dembele, and obviously as a Barca fan, 80, you hope Dembele do very well in this World Cup, I guess. But this France team, they keep playing. If Mbappe gets injured, that's no problem for France, because they have Griezmann. He's the most important player for that team right now. The way he performs for the national team is just incredible. And France, if they go back to back, it's because of how Griezmann has been playing. He's a very good player, and it's obviously the Barca curse. When you go out of Barca, you start playing well. Sorry, Eddie. And I think Griezmann has been one of the best players in this tournament. In my opinion, the best player this tournament for France. People will say Mbappe, Giroud, and I think Griezmann has been outstanding. And I'm gonna say Lloris. People said, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be a problem because Magnan is out for this tournament." But look what Lloris does. He has the Spurs in him, I know. Let's see if he turns into Spurs. Lloris in the final. Hopefully he does. But and then Koundé, right back, has been good. Konate, Upamecano, probably the best duo in this World Cup. Shout out Konate, my Liverpool.
I don't think Upamecano played this game.
No, it was Kanate.
It was
Konate.
Varane.
Yeah, it was Konate. And yeah, obviously Konate, probably the best French centre-back in the world. As the bias kicked in there, I know. But let's see how Griezmann does when he goes back to Atletico. He might turn into like a garbage can when he turns into Atletico. But Theo Hernandez, probably the best left back in the world, with Alphonso Davies. I think France, they deserve everything. Hopefully, Jersey Boy watches this and be like, oh yeah, he's positive about France, but and not a hater. But congrats to France, Allez les Bleus, and I hope Mbappe wins it in the final. Sorry, Messi. If not Ronaldo winning it, Messi is winning it either. So yeah, Morocco, valid, Regragui, what a coach, what a coach. Wow, this Morocco team, it's just, I wanted them to make the final, but it's sad. Let's see what happens though with the third place and final. So Matt, take over.
Yeah, Matt, you go next.
Well, I do think this is a game that England could have won if they were to be playing in it, but sour grapes. France deserved the victory. It was, of course, that for their first goal, it was well worked, and they forced Morocco into exposing themselves on that right-hand side where Theo Hernandez had got the goal. I think most of the game was quite boring, to be honest. Morocco's best spell was in the last 5 minutes plus added time of the first half. But aside from the goals and that last 5 minutes, the 2 goals in the last 5 minutes, the first half, wasn't really a particularly memorable game. Obviously, it was a blow for Morocco to lose Aguard and Saiss later or fairly early in the game, but I think France deserved the win, and the quality is what you need to take you far, and France are using it well.
Yeah, all right. Who wants to go next? I guess Rank can go next.
Yeah, this is something that I said in the semifinal preview the other day on the stream, that I was scared for Morocco if they ever went down in a game. I didn't expect it to be so fast. I thought that Morocco would be able to hold on to France for a bit longer, but they were clearly distracted in those first few minutes of the game. I think they were too focused on Mbappe, on shutting down Mbappe, because on that first goal you can see that there's like 7 Moroccan players like 2 meters away from Mbappe, and there's a lot of space on the other side of the box where Theo Hernandez just comes in and scores a goal. So you could say that for once their defense was too disorganized. I feel like they were coming into the game a bit too hyped up, like they weren't really focused, and they were running on too much adrenaline and didn't really think about what was going on. They were just trying to clear that ball off the box, trying to stop Mbappe, and they left a lot of space for Theo Hernandez. And after 5 minutes, they were 1-0 down, and that's the first time they've been down in the score in the whole tournament. And you could tell that Morocco felt really uncomfortable knowing that they had to come back onto the game, that somehow they had to go and get France. And France looked quite comfortable, just sitting back, relaxing, letting Morocco have possession, because Morocco weren't really that creative with the ball. They had a few spells near the end of the first half and at the start of the second half, in my opinion, as well. They had a few chances with a few crosses, a few shots that they weren't able to convert. So Morocco looked very decent at many portions of this game, but that was mostly France just giving them the possession, allowing them to come into the game so that they would be exposed at the back for potential counterattacks, because France likes to play this counterattacking football. Like, we thought France would try to dominate possession this game, But clearly, they just want a counter-attack with Mbappe, with Dembele, with these players that have a lot of pace. So they just hand out the ball and try to get it back and catch you on transition. So yeah, I feel like France just scored that first goal, got comfy in the game, and executed the rest of the game to perfection. Defensively solid. Morocco weren't able to create that many quality chances. Yes, they hit the post at one point that was very close, but apart from that, they didn't have that many chances. So yeah, a very deserved win for France. They didn't have to do much. They scored the 2 goals, and apart from that, they didn't do much else. They did just enough to win this game, but that's also another way of winning. Nothing but respect to France for getting this far, for getting to another World Cup final. Making it back-to-back is super difficult, so massive congratulations to this France team. And for Morocco as well, because being the first African nation to make the semifinals, that's already historic. Like, Morocco has already done history. They should leave the World Cup with their heads held high. Maybe they can also grab that bronze medal. That would be huge for Africa. We'll have to see. But this game, to me, it was over once they conceded, because it didn't seem like Morocco had it in them to come back into the result after they were down in the score.
Yeah. Okay. Let me read some comments, and then we're gonna go ahead. I'll give you guys my quick thoughts. Then we'll quickly discuss the third place game, because I kind of want to have the Saturday thing only be the final. To be honest, so we'll quickly do the third place thing, and they'll head out of here, guys. Head out of here. So it'll be kind of a short stream.
So
All right.
I was thinking, the preview on the final. I was thinking to do like combine 11, best place for each team.
Yeah.
And Jersey boy has to come. Jersey boy has to come.
Yeah. Sebastian, can you help? Can you see if he's free that time, because I don't really know him that like that. So because it's gonna be at 12 p.m. my time, 12 p.m. Eastern time.
I think what
we'll get Theodore.
Oh yeah, Theodore.
Nah, Jersey boy is more realistic, if I'm honest.
More French.
No disrespect to Theodore, but
I think Theodore. I think Theodore's more. I don't think Theodore really likes France that much. Anyway,
and I don't think he will be available. To be honest,
he probably has exams.
We need to get Jersey boy. We need 2 representatives.
I find him kind of boring, to be honest.
Do you have his Twitter, by the way, Eddie?
No, I don't think I have.
He is in the Twitter chat, by the way, but he doesn't comment. So.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see if I could try to get him on. But so what I'll probably do for that final preview, we'll probably only have Argentina and French fans come on. Just have those fans. Okay. You guys can still come on, but it'll just be the chat. Okay. So let me just read some comments.
Not Steve. Please, not Steve. He's supposed like 50 teams. Please, no.
I think you like Steve.
Yeah, I like Steve, but he supports too many teams.
True.
It's getting, hard in my head to even think what he supports.
I don't think Steve will join anyway. Okay, let me read some comments.
Steve can join, but I don't know if he will have time, to be honest, because he works at midnights and he usually sleep in the days. He's usually doing Sebastian sleeping to like 2 o'clock or something.
Okay, anyways, let me just read the comments. I was wrong about the Champions course. I was wrong about Argentina playing France around 16, and it's official football versus Olgar. I actually had that match happening, but I had the round of 16. Now we're going to have it in the final. Now we're going to have it in the final, guys.
I predicted exactly this final.
Wow. Argentina I was going to say, I think you predicted this final.
Yes.
I know Julien Laurent's predicted this final.
Nicola Tesla fan says, if Morocco had a clinical striker, my bet probably would have happened.
I don't know. They would have scored once, maybe.
Maybe once or twice, but not 6. I don't think 6. I don't think so.
That was too much.
Knows? Yeah. Billy said hello again. Hello, Mats.
Hello.
Viva la France. Radical24 NFM says, yo. I was right France winning. I think the reference match was amazing, spot on. I always knew France would go back-to-back.
Oh,
now he's talking crap. You know what?
You said it would be Argentina versus Portugal, Albert.
Mbappe has to beat Messi for all the Ronaldo fans, because his idol Ronaldo, Cristiano. Do it, Mbappe. End it. If Mbappe wins the World Cup, he's better than Messi. because he's winning
right.
it back to back.
All right, let's read some comments. I don't want to discuss the final for today. We'll save that for Friday. I'll read comments. I'm not going to say I'm happy about Morocco going out, but it makes me feel better about Portugal losing. I have to get third place though. I guess France. Yeah. All right. Raven says, I think Argentina will win the final. Okay. Save your thoughts for the final for that day. We're not doing that. We're not talking about the final for today. France are heartbreakers this tournament. They broke Danish, English, and Moroccan dreams. Pray for Argentina. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Griezmann's playing well, going forward, defending. It's sad to think he won't play like this when he goes back to Atletico.
Yeah, because Ronaldo will be at Real Madrid, so
we'll see. Oh, my bad, AD. But it's crazy how well Morocco did. Matt. Okay. What?
Okay.
I think that's for you, Matt. He just says, I don't know why. But anyways, remember to like and subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. People.
Like and subscribe for a banging World Cup final.
Yeah, BLE075 said, big up Albert. I feel bad for Morocco and Hakimi. Yeah, I also feel bad as well. Albert Kerner said, big up Nicola. Feel bad for Morocco, but at least they have third place to play for. Sebastian. I don't think Albert's gonna.
Albert,
it's time.
Say it. Albert,
okay.
Say it.
I think he's waiting for something.
I'm gonna say it.
Nah, he just have to say it now because it's already rigged. Messi's gonna win it anyways.
All right.
Okay.
Even if France score the first goal, Argentina is still gonna win because of Messi. So,
okay, we'll see. Sebastian says,
Albert,
it's time to say.
Yeah. AD is better than Messi, so to be honest, that's no shot.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, guys, I did a poll actually, and I asked if Messi is the GOAT, and 63% says yes, and no is 36%. We had 11 votes.
Probably the AD biggest fans said no, because I said no.
Okay.
Had I known, I would have said no because I think Pele's the GOAT.
Yeah, stop it. Don't talk about that guy, please.
All right, Albuquerque says, I agree with Matt. The match was boring until the last 15 minutes. France's defense was amazing today. I think Morocco proved they can get a position to score, but not finish. What kind of username is that? I'm not sure if I should read this username.
Switzerland don't deserve a navy.
Bruh.
Well.
Okay, let's just read the comment.
Yeah.
Let's just read the comment.
Well,
Morocco were gladiators. Yeah, Morocco were gladiators.
If this is an England fan or Serbian fan, I will laugh.
BLE075 said, what do you think of the final rank?
If I'm being honest.
No, he's asking rank. He's asking rank.
Oh.
I don't know. It's going to be great. Like, I'm super thankful to live in a generation where I'm going to witness my team again in a World Cup final. I just hope we get a different result this time around. But it's going to be a great game. Like, two juggernauts. There's great players in both teams. It's going to be super close. It's going to be exciting on Sunday.
I think I know whose account that is above the one before this. I think I know, to be honest. It's not me. It's not me.
Let's discuss the off camera. Let's discuss off stream, okay? Steve and Jersey Boy. Why not Steve? 1 billion teams.
True.
Okay,
tomorrow he will probably support the 3rd Division North Macedonian team, knowing him.
Imagine Steve just comes on and watches this right now, just as soon as he say that.
I don't think he will.
I'm just saying. Imagine that happens. Like, imagine like how
he's sleeping right now. I think he's sleeping right now because he's going to work at night.
Okay, let me read more comments, guys. Don't interrupt me. Albuquerque said, "Congrats and good luck to you, Rank. I'm happy that more Argentinians are just celebrating Messi getting Argentina this far instead of pressuring to win it or criticizing him." That crazy blamer says, hello. Poi says, yo. All I can say, Messi is very good and amazing player. I would dispute that cause I'm not crazy low. Felix, the year 75. I would just say Mats. Okay. All right.
I know Albert don't want to say it, but sometime he will say it. I will get him.
Hopefully on Sunday. We'll see.
I will get you, Albert. Just wait.
All right.
If not, I will say, if Messi don't win it, I think they both are the GOATs. But if Messi win it, I think he's much better. Depends what happens on
Sunday.
Man, if if Rabiot wins it twice over both Messi
He
and
wasn't in the
Ronaldo,
last squad.
but yeah, if
He
Rabiot
wasn't there
wins,
in Russia.
if Rabiot wins it over Messi and Ronaldo, I might actually, I might kick off. I might page. I'm not watching the next World Cup if that happens.
All right. Let me read some. Let me. I did a poll right here. So the question is, did France deserve to win today? So 85% says yes, and
Yes.
and no, 14% said no.
Who was the 14% who said it? It probably Matt because he
I didn't even know there was any polls.
Yeah, I didn't check the polls.
Yeah. Don't assume, man. Don't assume, Sebastian.
To be fair, oh my god, why I'm sad that this World Cup is gonna end, but at the same time I'm happy, so I can't think about this World Cup anymore and just focus on the next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Right.
knowing
Anyways,
the next one,
look,
hopefully.
I forgot. I forgot. I was supposed to do something after reading the comments. I feel like I was going to do something, but now I forgot because
You
Good
want to
point.
do the third place playoff, right? To get that.
Oh
out.
yeah, I remember.
I have a
Thank you guys
short
for
question for Rank.
All right.
Yep.
Do you think England would have had just as good of a chance to beat Argentina as France did, or do you think France are better or worse in terms of their chances?
That's not a short question. That's pretty long.
No, but it's a really good question because I think that England showed in the France game that they have the capability to obviously beat France. I feel like they were the better team. France were obviously more clinical. I feel like England is probably even a better team than France, in my opinion. But France are just so dangerous up top, and their players are so clutch that they probably have a better chance at beating Argentina, who's been looking so good defensively. I feel like France is probably one of the few teams that can crack us down. England would have had a really good shot, obviously. It would have been a great final. I would have loved to see that as well.
Yeah. All right.
It's a good answer.
So now it's time for the third place game. So we'll keep our preview short because obviously I know most of you guys probably don't really care. But I still care about it. So I'm gonna watch it. So we'll keep this short and sweet.
Boring. I'm gonna watch it. Screw it. It's better than it's more excited than the final, to be honest.
Anyways,
I think
let's go.
I'm more interested in it, the fact that England's not there.
Yeah. All right. Let's give you a quick thoughts. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna just quickly ask, who's gonna win, Croatia or Morocco?
I want to say.
Damn it.
Who's got the best
I
depth?
don't know. Probably Croatia. I would say Croatia.
Does not matter, really.
Okay, so what about you, Sebastian? Which nation you got winning the final? I mean, third place.
Morocco. Morocco.
All right.
I mean, these two teams drew 0-0 in the group stage, so something's gonna happen.
Yeah, Morocco's gonna win this time. Don't worry.
What about you, Matt?
I could change my mind, but I think I'll go with a narrow Croatia victory.
Yeah. For me, I haven't made my mind yet, and I don't want to get my prediction yet. I will say this though: I think it's a very interesting match. I do feel as though that I do feel like Morocco, I think, will be a bit more disappointed. I feel like Morocco will be more devastated than I think Croatia. And so I do think Croatia might have because they're obviously going to have a one-day rest as well because, they played the earlier kickoff the day before. So I do think Croatia will come into this game as a bit more like ready to prove something. And I do feel Croatia will have more motivation. I don't think Morocco will have that much motivation for this third place.
I mean, they obviously have motivation, like getting a medal for your team. That's very important as well in the World Cup. Like getting that third place, getting into the bronze medal.
Yeah, I just feel like Croatia just have the more mentality. That's just what I think for the two nations. It's gonna be difficult to say. So I think it just comes down to whichever nation wants it more in the day. So I'll have a preview for that probably tomorrow. I'll try and make the preview quick so you guys will see it tomorrow. And so let me do a poll real quick and see what you guys are saying. So we had 2 votes, 2 for Croatia. Let me read some more comments. We're going to be heading out here in a few minutes. One thing for sure is that this World Cup shaved 5 years of my life, Stan.
Yes, so much tension. It was so tense. This World Cup has been great already.
Albert Carson says, as things stand, I'm third place to flip my predictions. Ooh, that's good to hear. Abelkarna says, I want Morocco to manage USA, please. I think there's hope for Zimmerman and
happening.
Dest.
Ain't happening. He ain't gonna
Regregi for the USMNT.
Berhalter's the
Yeah.
perfect manager for USA. So
Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen as much as I want it to happen.
Luis
Yeah,
Enrique
he-
for the USMNT. Come
Oh,
on.
That's not happening. That's not happening either.
Berhalter's
said he wants-
the right man. Berhalter's
He said he
the
wants to
right
go. He said he wants to go back to club football anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's finished. He's passing motions.
Poi says Croatia on penalties. All right. So any votes for Morocco, man? Any votes? So we got 3 votes for Croatia. So no faith in Morocco, guys. Interesting.
What?
I mean,
I predict Morocco to win, so I'm not gonna
In the
vote
poll.
in the poll. I'm just
yeah.
what? Okay. Don't show
Yeah.
bear here, please.
There's nothing in here.
Oh no, but it's a cup. You know what?
It's a World Cup
He
cup.
has more cups than USA have.
All right.
Okay, I'm
So,
not funny.
yeah. Okay,
No,
Croatia.
he
I
has
think
more
Morocco can win.
cups than Sweden. Yes.
Morocco manager is probably going to get a really good job in Europe soon. Yeah, you know he might get like a big top 5 club,
He
top
might
5
come,
leagues.
he might come to Liverpool, you know. Who
Let
knows?
him go to Olympique Marseille. Replace.
Yeah.
Oh look, Matt won man of the match.
What? No.
Okay.
Oh, because he has the Budweiser trophy.
I'm not Serbian. Okay.
What nation though?
Interesting. Interesting.
What is the country
Okay,
besides to the
Yeah.
either right or left?
Okay. Let's move on quickly.
The
slowly,
mystery.
okay? Yeah. Okay. Let's move on.
And if anyone guess where AD is from, his country is gonna win the World Cup. Everyone about to get San Marino.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. I just don't like the fact they have a navy.
That's funny.
Okay.
But Switzerland is probably better than his national team. Watch his national team beat Sweden. Oh crap. Oh
All
crap.
right.
What have I done?
All right. Before we head out, I think let's quickly talk about some Moroccan players I thought that were good today. Amrabat was obviously
Amrabat,
good.
Ziyech, Hakimi, Bono.
Unahi.
Onahi.
Yes.
Yeah, Onani was good. Ziyech.
Mm,
Ziyech. I guess he was good, but
Yeah, he was good. Amrabat
Yes.
was all over the place. Like that.
yeah,
man.
Amrabat.
Buffal.
Ufal had a few chances, but after that he was a bit quiet, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think Buffal.
Eddie,
Like
who was
the attack in general for Morocco was a bit disappointing in this game.
Yeah. Who was the man to match to you guys for France? I mean, for me, it's got to be Griezmann.
Yes.
Yeah, Griezmann to be is being France's best player.
I'm thinking right now, what is this guy's where he is from? Like, plus I'm thinking about the final.
Yeah. All right. So as I said, we're gonna end the stream in around 2 minutes. So do you guys have any final thoughts before we head out for today?
Which countries doesn't like Switzerland?
Okay. Any other thoughts?
I'd say the better teams in the 2 games won, and it should be an interesting final. Certainly not. I don't think it'll be one-sided, and let's see what the 2 games have in store for us.
I have one final. Is Modric gonna be at the Euros? Is this the last thing we have seen from him in the Croatia shirt?
I don't know.
I think he'll play on the weekend.
No, I mean like the Euros. Like, do you think he'll play in the Euros? Euro 2024.
It's 18 months.
No, I don't.
It's rough.
It's a chance, but I don't think he will.
I feel like this is a better way to end off his international career.
Yeah.
I know who won't play at the Euros.
Messi.
Holland.
Ah.
Because they won't get second.
We'll see. We'll see.
Scotland is gonna win it. Let's go. Nah, I'm joking.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll
If
see.
they-
So, do you guys have any? Yeah. So let me read some last comments. Yeah. Let me read some last comments while I head out. Okay. When they're landlocked, the final looks tasty. From Anti-Swiss Navy Land. Will the final be a goal fest like the last encounter?
No.
I doubt so.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think 4 goals maximum.
Yeah,
Imagine
finals are
instead.
usually not high
Imagine instead. Imagine Mbappe scores the winner, 90th minute. Do the Sue in front of Messi. That would be good. That would be good. That would be very good. And then
Yeah, let's go,
Rodrigo de Paul headbutt someone like Zidane did.
Anyways, moving on swiftly. Let's go Scotland. Anyways, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for today. So, like I said, we did we recapped today's semifinals. There wasn't that much to discuss, to be quite honest. So it was a short stream. So tomorrow, guys, there will be a Twitch stream at 12 o'clock. It'll be like an hour stream. I'll see if I can get FIFA 23 to work. Otherwise, we'll do something else. Maybe do some World Cup quizzes.
Yeah.
Maybe you three will do a get together at the next World Cup.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
Maybe.
We need to get to the USA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready for the Copa America.
For the Copa America, that's good.
Yeah, then we free can do like content about that because our nation is in it.
Yeah.
Unlike England. But if England was in it, it would be fun. Because they would win something at least.
Anyways, moving on. And then Friday, well, obviously I have the big preview. Any French fans, Argentinian fans, I'll have you guys on. Any other fans, you guys can still join it. Just I want to have you guys on the panel. It'll just be these. Then Saturday.
Jersey Boy said sure. So
okay.
It's on Friday, right?
Yeah, Friday at 12 o'clock Eastern time.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's 6 p.m. France time.
Yeah, or some.
Yeah. So, anyways, on the Saturday, there won't be any streams that day. That'll be the preview. Maybe I'll do a video to recap the third place thing. And then Sunday, I won't do a watch along for the final, just so you guys know. I'll watch with my family. And then probably after the final, I'll probably do a quick stream here on YouTube. I'll probably do that.
Did you just say Friday, or the preview final? For the final.
The preview will be on Friday. The actual the preview will be on Friday. So and then like I said, the watch along. I'm not gonna watch along. I'll do like a quick reaction to the game afterwards. So because I'm gonna watch with my family. So hope you guys don't mind. So it's gonna be interesting, guys. And I think that's gonna be it. Yeah. And then for the Twitch stream, maybe I'll do one on Saturday. And then Sunday, maybe I might push it on Monday, to be honest. So we'll have to wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Rank. Thank you, Sebastian. Thank you, Mats. And it's been a good stream, man. Good stream. Let me read some last comments and we'll head out.
Let's talk off stream also.
Finally, an hour stream. Good cup, Mats. Twitch stream.
Thank you.
Yes,
so thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for watching. You guys to like the stream if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new out here. And by the way, last thing I'll head off. I've reached 3.6K watch hours, guys. So I just need 400 watch hours to go.
Let's go.
I'll raise a cup to that.
Then we can swear. Then we can swear and AD just fully fine. You bleeped it out. Thank you, AD. Let's hope I don't swear. But if I can lose and you do a stream, okay, I will definitely swear.
So thank you guys for watching.
That sounds very likely.
Peace out, guys.